here we are. I know y'all been waiting a long time. So, this is Breeze from Rollin' Free TV, and I'm going to give you guys a little introduction into what this channel is going to be about. Started off with a good story. So, to me, this channel is all about freedom, riding your motorcycle, good times, family, things that go with the motorcycle world that are outlaw but not necessarily 1%. You know what I'm saying? So, today, as you can see, the title says Prospecting for the Hells Angels, My Way or the Highway. Well, obviously, I took the highway. Didn't quite make it. But if you're interested, I'll tell y'all a story. So, I was born in Illinois. I was raised in California. You know, I was a pretty normal kid until I hit SoCal. I got introduced to a rougher side of life and met some guys that ride motorcycles. I thought it was like the coolest thing in the world, man. They had shiny bikes, they had women, they had cars, they had money, they had whatever they wanted. So I thought, man, that's what I want to be, right? What would any stupid kid say? So I get around these guys. I'm having fun. It's a good time. I decide this is what I want to do. Um, I'm gonna hang out with them for a few years, just triple make sure, right? Everything goes good in Riverside. Shout out to our side, man. They were all good dudes to me. As I got a little older and old enough to come around, my dad was in Washington, and he is like a motorcycle builder, motorcycle enthusiast, whatever, convict. He had his own shop in California. He had a shop in Washington. So I ended up moving to Washington. I ended up getting in the bike scene there. I ended up meeting this dude named Smiling Rick. This dude is the leader. He's the leader of the pack. He's the one everybody wants to be like. He's the boss, applesauce. So takes a while, man. These people don't just let anybody around. I get around them, hang out with them, get to know them. You know, they give me the opportunity to become a hang around, and that's what I do. Hang around is 1 year at least in that club. So hang around period is going to be they're going to give you this license plate looking patch that says wherever you're from. You're going to sew that on. You're going to get a little one on the front, and you're going to start hanging out with these dudes. So I like to think of it like window shopping period. It's when you get in there and make sure, is this what I want to do? And then you show them that it's what you want to do. So start doing that. Start attending parties, taking out trash, holding the door open for people, introducing myself to everyone. Hey, it goes good. It goes good. I do that for a year. I do that for an entire year. Every party, every meetup, just I'm dedicated to the core. Um, so during all this, another one of my friends is a member down in Riverside. We grew up together. It's a small town. Shout out Elsinore, small town. Everybody knew everybody there. We end up bumping uglies with the same girl. Get into a big nasty fight about it. So by the time I'm nearing prospect time, and he's a member already in Riverside, and he sends word up to where I'm at that this dude is not going to be able to go any further. This dude's not going to be able to go any further with the club unless unless we fight. So I have to agree to that. Now this is where things get tricky. if you know anything about the club in the West Coast, the fight's going down at the Fresno Halloween party. This is not the place you want to get into an altercation. I don't know if any of you guys read the news, but it's just not. I don't want to say too much about them. That's just where it happened. So now the person in charge in my area comes up and says, hey, there's a problem here. A member from down south, you got to go down there and face him or you're not going to be able to continue any further in the program. Cool. All right, I agree. You got 2 weeks to get yourself ready. I get ready. I'm working out, do my thing, get myself psyched out. You're never really going to be ready to go box and 400 Hells Angels. So get in a van with all my buddies that are going to the party too. Start cruising down the West Coast, through Oregon, through San Jose, down on into Fresno. We get there. There's another van that pulls out. We go with them to a secret location. When we get there, they want to have a talk to make sure, okay, these are the two that are going to fight. These are the rules. This is what's going down. All the agreements are made. Let's head to the location. So by this time, I'm definitely getting butterflies in my stomach. I'm not really new around the scene, but this is probably one of the biggest fights I ever had to do at a clubhouse. So we go in there. The guys in the van are like, you're good, dude. It's going to be the fairest fight you ever been in. Don't trip. If somebody goes down, let them get up. Yada, yada. We get there. Bikes everywhere. Big, bad mother brothers like me standing outside everywhere. They know what time it is. They see me and the dude I'm fighting get there. We get out. We do our little calisthenics stretch. They tell us where it's going to happen in the back. We walk through the building. It's like splitting the Red Seas. It's like splitting the Red Seas, dude. So, somebody was just trying to call me on here and mess it up. So it's like splitting the Red Seas. People split, and there's this snake walkway through the party, all the way into the back by the porta potties. I get over there, take my shirt off, get ready. He comes charging out, starts to yell at me. Boom! I hit him. He hits me. We go back and forth for, it feels like an eternity, but it's probably 2 or 3 minutes. We're doing good. We're exchange. I hit him. I knock him down. He falls down. I let him get up. He is so mad when he gets up. He charges me. And when he charges me, I tried to maybe step back and get out of the way. I tripped over my own feet. I fell. Bad mistake. So I turn to get up, and this dude just slams my face into the concrete. Scraped it all up. That was my only bad mark from that get down, was a damn piece of my forehead chiseled off. So we're doing our thing, man. He does that and then starts pounding on the back of my head. I call it. I'm not trying to prove nothing to anybody. You win some, you lose some, as long as you show up, right? Call it. Everybody's cheering. Hey, go, guys. You're not a pussy. It's all good. Everything's good, man. Supposedly. He doesn't forgive me for the girl. I never thought twice about it. And, hey, that's what happened. So that is just that is what I had to do just to get past hang around to be able to prospect for these guys that didn't even really want me in the dang first place, right? So I get that done. It was terrorizing, dog. I get it over with, and it's on to the next event. Before I go any further, I want to tell you guys what happened. Now that you know what I did, this is what happened to me on the way there. On the way there, we have an ex-member from the green team, and we just happened to swing by good old do you know the way to SJ, right? We'll just call it SJ, so we're not putting anybody in trouble right here. We show up right there. A big bad bruiser shows up. He heard somebody from the green team was there that used to be. He goes around asking everybody, "Are you this person?" Until he gets to him. He gets to the dude. Bow! Just freaking drops him. Grabs something to hold on to and starts doing the pogo stick on this guy's forehead. So we're doing that, watching that, and when it's done, they're like, "Breeze, clean this up, get this dude out of here." So I had to get that dude out of there, and this is the night before my fight, so I'm like, dang, I hope this don't happen to me when I get to my destination. And dude, I had to sit there with the guy all night, make sure he was alive, help him get a ride home, and go on to do my fight. So that was just a cool little story of something that happened to me during hang-around phase. And I just wanted to give you guys a little introduction into prospecting that I experienced being a knucklehead like me. So after all that, I go through all that, I finally get to make prospect. Now I'm a prospect. I'm one step closer to being a Hell's Angel. I'm a prospective member. That gives you a little, they tell you just being a hang around for us is top tier, makes you above every other club. So then when you get prospect, you feel a little better than that, right? It's all just about Superman's cape. My ego was just through the roof. Make prospect. I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. I get in a few fights. I'll just keep going with the fights with the other prospects. The first time I got into it with another prospect, I was talking to this little hood rat on the side, and the prospect tells this chick not to talk to me. And I show him, he shows up. I go, "Hey, did you tell this girl not to talk to me?" He said no. After he said no, I pulled up the screenshot, right, that she sent me. "You lied. Get in the back, sucker." We went back there. I tuned his ass up real quick, dude. I didn't like this dude. I feel like nobody else did either, but it's the Prospect Olympics, big dog. I get him, whoop his ass, and we head back inside. That was a bad time for him. So another one is that we got a tow truck driver, and he is a damn knucklehead. I see everybody in the comments. I don't know how to use, make my own video yet. I'm just trying to make this a prospect one. I will have ones where I talk to all you guys, man. Shout out. Thank you for coming here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and share with a friend. So we have a truck driver. No, not a truck driver, a tow truck driver. Because there's a lot of truckers, too. And this dude is a straight hillbilly dipstick, we'll call him. And we're at a camp out, and these guys are real serious about being on watch. So when you're on watch, you're not supposed to fall asleep. You're not supposed to be on your phone. You're supposed to be watching, waiting, anticipating. I caught him sleeping, and I don't snitch on anybody. I don't care. If anything, don't even do the watch. Just make sure we're all kind of paying attention. But that's really bad habit to get into. So I catch him sleeping on his watch. I wake him up. "Hey, dude, wake up. You're nodded out over here, buddy." And I was probably coming up next and just getting ready for my shift. So we end up in a meeting with the sergeant at arms at our clubhouse a few days after the camp out swap meet. Tell them how it went. Tell them, hey, this is how much parts we sold. This is how many t-shirts we sold. This is what clubs were there. This is how it went. Everything's good. That dude tries to say something bad about me, dude. I don't know what. I can't remember what it was, but I'm like, dude, shut up. And he kept going. I go, dude, you were asleep. Shut up. What do you know what I was up to? So he jumps up, calls me a mother brother, says, you want to take this outside? And before he could get the words outside out of his mouth, I just, take that. Rewind it back. No, he flew. He knocked down some pictures. You're not supposed to fight in the clubhouse. You're supposed to take it in the backyard. You're not supposed to fight out in public. All right, I'm just getting a little warmed up for y'all. Getting a little warmed up. But the most interesting thing that happened to me while I was a prospect happened at the South Run. The South Run is a huge West Coast mandatory thing. They're going to pick a cool spot, and some charter's going to put it on. It's going to be the most fun you ever had with all your clothes on. So, let me get a little drink right here because it's about to get wild. So, I know I didn't tell you guys this either. My father is prospecting at the same time. Some people play soccer with their kids. Some people play baseball. My dad decided it would be a good father-son thing to maybe prospect for the Hells Angels. Whoops. He made it. In the long run, he made it, and he became a member, and he was a member for probably 5 years. I never made it. So, he's prospecting at the time that I am. He hasn't made it yet. South Run's coming up. They tell him, dude, this is probably it. If you knock out this South Run, you're going to be set. This is it. You do this you've been working hard at this for probably 3 years. You've done everything right. Go on this run. We'll let everybody know it's about to go down, and then you'll be in, brother. Next church, you're going to be a Hells Angel. That's what they told my dad. Probably. I don't know. Something along those lines, I am going to say, though. So, we hear there's South Run, big party. It's going to be in Hollister. Sick. It's at this big rodeo grounds. It's a camp out party. Just rad, dude. All the Hells Angels, even the ones from Sons of Anarchy, are going to be there. There's going to be bands. There's just going to be legends there. It's something you want to go to. So we all make a plan. One member and another prospect are on bikes in front of us. Me and my dad are in the chase truck. I can say all this stuff because I've already been charged with it. I went to jail. I did house arrest. I paid my fines. I did my probation. You can probably look the case up. So, we go down to Hollister. It's sick. It's everything I just said, dude. There's all the famous Hells Angels there. There's like famous old school bands. There's campers and campers. Like campers that people sleep in and people camping out. That sounded weird. Campers and campers. Everybody's having a good time. It's the most fun you ever had with all your clothes on. It's rad. Okay? Great event. I seen people laugh. I seen people cry. See people fight. Saw old friends. It was great. I was doing maybe a little too much slow and skiing in the snow to be on my super prospect, super alert spidey senses. So, we get done with that. It's all good. We decide we're going to make a little stop in San Jose because somebody wants to see a girl. We go to see, allegedly, we go to see this hood rat No, just kidding. I should never say that. Wrong word, because it would be a hood rat if I was seeing it. This turned out to be a great woman for homeboy. My bad. We go to see his girl. You know, we're going to give him private time. It's been a long weekend. He wants to see his girl on the way out of town. And we stopped there. We're sitting in the grass. Sorry if I pause too long. I'm reading the comments because I'm ADD. We're sitting in the grass outside the place, dude, letting him see his girl. Shout out to him. Shout out to her. Love you both. All right, they're done with their visit. We head back to the hotel, gather our things, get ready. We're gonna make the last leg home. Now we've already drove down the West Coast. Everything that happened on the way down there, we did the whole weekend. It's over. It's cleaned up. It's time to go home. You got your nut. Let's go. Everybody get their bags. We're driving the chase truck. We're in Santa Clara County, San Jose. As soon as we go to get on the freeway, dude, this woman officer pulls in wild, crazy. She goes to get the guys on the bikes. And hey, we're in the chase truck. We're not letting that happen. We cut her off something fierce. She probably almost hit us. She lights us up, pull the F over. Man, and the weirdest thing about the whole thing is when she looks at us, she goes, "Father and son, right?" Like, yeah. Any weapons in the car? Yeah, right? Or can we search the car? No. So my dad has the big M charge. He's done 13 years in prison. He got his second strike out of all this. We ended up having a couple Mouseketools in the car. Maybe something you'd call sawed off. Maybe something you'd call maybe a shout out to a band named Tech Nine. And we told them they could, he said go ahead and search the car because he thinks that no matter what they're going to do it, which they were. And I was like, hell no, you can look through his stuff. That don't mean you can look through mine. Either way, they start digging. They put us each in a car. More units start showing up. The member and the prospect ride off into the sunset. I am high as a kite, like I mentioned before, so this is just tripping me out. I'm in the back of the car. It's 90 degrees, dude, for 4 hours. I'm just like, do something. And I don't want to sit in the back of this car anymore. They're pulling out big Death Head t-shirts. They're pulling out bangers. They're pulling out everything we got. They even tried to give us a felony hammer. By the time they're done with their search party, they've got shirts. They've got Mouseketools. They've got everything they need for a really bad-looking picture that they put on the news when they take pictures like that, and a case against us. So they throw like 12 felonies at us. 12 felonies, and just to see which one's going to stick. So remember this, we're from Washington. We have to come all the way down to San Jose every month or two for court over this for the next 10 years. So we're in the cop cars, dude. They take us down to the station. You guys are screwed. They slam the cell door, clank, and that's it. I sit there for 2 weeks. One day a guard comes and says, "Hey, pack up your stuff. You're going home." And I was like, "What?" Yeah, well, guess what? The club bailed me out. Little old me. I was so poor, I wish they didn't, because when I got home, they told me I owed them a big fat amount of money that, I really had to step up my criminal game to pay these guys back. So, long story short on that, we got arrested. We got arrested. We get bailed out. We're heading home. Now we got to start going to court. Now this is like $10,000 each a month for 10 years. We ended up doing house arrest. Like I said, jail time, house arrest, fines. It really just it really just messed up the program. So we get back up there very shortly after my dad patches in. Full blown Hell's Angel, hip hip hooray. He made it, dude. He did it his way. I tried to do it my way or the highway, and I got the highway, everybody. And I did a lot of good while I was there, and I did a lot of bad. And I tried my hardest to be around these guys, and it just wasn't working out. At a certain point, I got sick of being there. But let's keep going. He makes it. He makes it. I'm probably 16 months into prospecting, dude. So I should be getting close. Somebody should be saying something, right? So they just I'm trying to think now of like the night I left the first time. I've prospected 3 times in a total amount of 5 years. I can't even remember why I quit on the 4th of July. I know it was because it was Independence Day. And I think I just had enough. And I was constantly getting in trouble. And it had been 16 months, I didn't have any more time on my hands to give these dudes. I'd given them all they got. It wasn't good enough. So I said, I'm out of here. And that's it, I went and I I turned my stuff in and I took off, man, and I took a year in timeout. Just not really knowing where to go in life, man, because this is all I wanted to do since I was a kid. This is all I wanted to ever do my whole life. So I didn't pay attention to no trade, no this, no that, which you're probably supposed to. I was just going to be a super member. And I never made it. Thank God. But that was the first time. Now, the second time around, the first time I left, I wasn't even a hang around. This was all like a bunch of drama happened. I didn't go. I was still in like hang around phase, so I was able to leave with no problem. Then I came back. Then there was the fighting problem. So I actually just told you guys round 2. Round 3, I come back. I'm back. I'm never supposed to be there. I've been out bad and back twice now, even though it's hard to believe a prospect could be out bad because how could I be out as something I never got into? Brainbuster. So here we go. I'm gung ho. I'm ready to make this big comeback. I'm coming back. I'm coming back with a chip on my shoulder. I've never really known how to act around people. It's not my best quality. I can make you laugh. I know how to party. I can put together a group of knuckleheads. I did invent a motorcycle cult at one point and become a cult leader. So that was cool. Also, we'll get into that on another episode, but I don't have like the people skills or something like that. So here we go. Hang around again. And this time I only have to hang around like 6 months. They already know me. I'm good to go. I got the right attitude. Everything's good. Boom. Prospect. Woo. I make it. I'm back. I'm gonna be a fucking Hell's Angel, brother. I think it's going good. It's going pretty good. I get a lot on my plate. I still have that case I'm dealing with. The case that I said I fought for 10 years is kind of getting crunchy. They're saying you can't take any deals. You're going to have to take it all the way to the box. I'm starting to get disrespected by members more often. I'm starting to get in fights again. And I'm slowly just becoming a burden probably on them more than a blessing. So Smiling's probably sick of carrying me around. I did 6 months hang around, and then I did like 15 months again prospect. And hey, I got to ride from Spokane, Washington, all the way to Virginia, and that was 2 weeks of just riding around the country with Hell's Angels. One of the craziest, most awesome 2 weeks of my life. That was USA Run. That is on the second time around the best time I had. So let's get into USA Run. USA Run is another run like the South Run I was talking about. It's this huge party, but this is even more like West Coast South Run or East Coast runs are like mandatory for the guys on either side, right? They don't all have to go. They can, but it's not Mando. A Run is gonna be every charter in the United States meets up at a humongous run site, and you're gonna get every walk of life at this mother trucker. There's gonna be tattoos going on. There's gonna be mechanic booths. There's gonna be fools throwing down. There's gonna be hammered dudes. You even get a little ticket for when you're hungry to go to the local restaurant and get free food. Because they plan these things, dog. You are gonna have the time of your life, man. If there's one thing the Hells Angels know what to do is party, and party hard. And this channel isn't going to be about bagging on any club. I am out bad. Shout out to every club and everybody doing it. We're turning the narrative on this. Rolling free TV. It's going to be good. So, we get our bikes ready. We got to make this plan. You're going to be gone for 2 weeks. It's going to take us a week to get there, a weekend of full-blown chaos, and then a week to get back. So, everybody that's going to go, about 30 people. 30 people show up to the clubhouse. Prospects and members. All the members from Seattle come over to Spokane. All the Spokane guys are there. We got our bags packed. We got our bikes looking right. We're ready to ride. We head out of Spokane, 30 deep. We go into maybe Montana, South Dakota, cruise down into Indiana. This is where it starts getting fun. Once we get around Minnesota, we're gonna meet those guys. We're gonna meet other charters, dude. We start linking up with more charters. The pack gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. By the time we get to Chicago, there's already 50 or 60 dudes. Chicago is a gangster ass clubhouse. Chicago is like big brick building. They got those poles sticking out of the ground so you can't ram them with your car. It's just legendary. If you know about the club, it's just, that's where they went to war with the Outlaws. So it's just a legendary place. We've been riding. It's very far from Washington to Chicago. So we're a little more than halfway across the United States and almost to Virginia. We end up a night there. We crash. These old members are straight G's. They're yelling at us. They're bossing us around. They're blowing stuff up. It's wild. I end up sneaking off and going to sleep in one of the bike trailers. They're in the hood. They're in the hood of all hoods where it's like crumbled buildings and straight gangbangers. The back of I didn't even know, dude. I fell asleep in the back with the bikes of this trailer. The door fell down. I wake up. There's all these people looking at me in the bikes. And I'm just like, get back. Get away from me. Right? Get them away from me. Everybody's had a wild night in Chicago, dude. Now, when we're going to leave Chicago, we're probably up to 70, 80 people, dude. We go, then we're smashing. We are smashing. I've already been on the road for 5 days in the back of a pack. I've got sunscreen on me, dirt, oil, bug spray, and that is like a jawbreaker, dude. I'm like peeling my praying mantis arm off every night of all the dirt and grease and turds and loogies and everything else that gets on you in the back of the pack. And it's just a rough run, dude. It's like Naked and Afraid for prospects. You lose 30 pounds, your clothes get all ripped up, you get you get in some wild situations. It's I don't know, it's fun, but it's not. We get all the way to Virginia. We're not at the run site for 5 minutes, and people and one of our prospects is already fighting another prospect. Like, we're really not even off our bikes yet, and these fools are just rolling in the dirt, beating the shit out of each other. So that's happening. We all stop and watch that. Our guy wins. Woo! Cool. We got to meet up with the other prospects. This is when I met homeboy Jaron from Iron Range, man. Shout out to him. He was a very cool dude, and his homeboy Blinky, rest in peace, Blinky. We all three of us hit it off like better than anything, man. So my top thing probably that I offered was security, you know. So we're running security. I meet Jaron and Blinky. I take their post. There's a big board, and it's like you sign up for X amount of watches that weekend, and then you put them all in your notebook, and you better be there because at the Prospect Olympics, if you're late to your watch, you're gonna fight the dude that you left standing there. So, like I said, we get to this huge run site, dude. It's in Virginia. It's right on the water. There's this big tents set up for the members to hang out in and be shade and have the nice, view. There's an open bar. There's the hotel. We just start cruising around, man. Finally, we get to, I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna see some legends, dude. I'm gonna help some legends get their bags into their rooms. I'm gonna see everybody I've met along the way. It's cool, man. Even though I'm not gonna sleep all weekend and I just have to sell T-shirts and watch posts, it's you're still with legends, dude. This is like a once in a lifetime thing that a lot of people don't ever get in a pack with 100 Hell's Angels. And at one point of that, Smiling tells the prospects we can take a break, and he tells us to come to the restaurant and get some food. So we meet him over there, me and my homeboy. He told us we could come over there and meet him for some food. We get our food, we sit down. Big bad freaking Brendan from New York City sitting right across the table from us, dude, where we sat down. And he goes, "Hey, what do you two idiots think you're doing sitting down?" I'm like, I just didn't even say anything. I just kept eating. I was so hungry and delirious. I just knew either my homeboy or Smiling would hopefully pop off before I did, because this guy is a straight legend. He's a straight beast. He's a straight legend. You do not want to talk back to this old man. He's still got one left in him. So Smile goes, "Hey, these guys are doing all the work, aren't they?" And he's like, "Yeah, I guess." And we got to, scarf our food and take off. Good old Uncle Todd was there. Just everybody. I could go on for hours about who was there. So we do the watches. We get in a few little scraps. We see a prospect crash his bike. I see all my homies that are in my charter crash their bikes on the way to meet the Angels that we're leaving with. On the day we're leaving, these guys all were late out of the hotel and go flying to meet the members. And one new guy just hits his brakes a little too hard, and he makes about 5 dudes crash. I luckily wasn't. I stayed a little further back from everybody. So, hey, it was a cool USA run. Like I said, there was tattoos, there was fights, there was just time with legends, funny stories, crazy things to see. We head back. We're heading back. We start dropping everybody off where they came from. We get to Sturgis. We are so close to home. We get pulled over. There is a million people in Sturgis, dude. Why are we getting pulled over? Oh, don't let me forget that on the way there, we stopped at a place in, I believe it was Indiana. Don't quote me on that, but it was a place where the Outlaws have a strong presence. And we got to the hotel, and the clerk was like looking at us weird, and we're like trying to get rooms, and they're just like not cooperating. And the phone rings The lady's like, hold please. She gets on there. Okay. Yes. Sorry about that. Hey, Charlie's outside. They said you can't stay here. We turn, there's 60 outlaws across the street. And they're just like waiting, right? You guys better get on your bikes and get the F up out of here. So that's what we did. And so back to coming back from the USA run, we get all the way to South Dakota, wherever the freaking Sturgis is. We're rolling through Sturgis. We're rolling hard, dude. And by now we're back down to like 30 of us. We're almost home. To me, we're in the long stretch. So, boom, these cops light us up. Pull everybody over, get us off our bikes. I am concealed carrying in an open carry state because I just didn't even bother to think about it. I got it on me. And that, how silly is that? If it would have been on my waist, I wouldn't have got arrested. So they pulled us all over. They pulled a whole pack over. Boom, boom, boom. More squad cars start pulling up. These cops start coming up to each and every one of us. Get off your bike, search us. They pull the Mouseketeil off me. I don't know. At that point, I wasn't under arrest yet for some reason, and I got back on my bike because they had so much going on. When they were distracted, I got back on my bike and just tried to take off, dude. And when I got past everybody except the last cop, and he was like, "Get off!" And I was like, pulled over. They grabbed me. They put me in the car, dude. The members took my bike somewhere. 2 guys stayed back to bail me out. I get to jail. They're taking all my stuff. They pull a mouthpiece out. They go, "What's this for?" "It's pretty dirty. You're going to put that in your mouth?" I go, "Well, I'd probably rather wear that dirty mouthpiece and get my teeth knocked out around the people I hang out with." So I go to Sturgis. I go to county jail in, can't say the word on here, DEAD Wood. It's this old county jail, rickety cowboy jail. I literally feel like I'm in a weird, I don't know what. It's a big, big, big concrete dorm with cells on the edges, but like nobody is sleeping in this sucker. I grabbed a bunk. I'm trying to sleep, but I'm on so much of whatever I was taking that I am not going to do any sleeping. There's probably 700 dudes in this sucker. They're everybody, my bike, this, that. They're drunk, they're fighting. It's like Sturgis in a box. When they're arresting everybody and getting you through, they go, "Hey, when you get to court, just ask for the Sturgis special." It's like $500, and it's called the Sturgis special, and you give them $500. They gave me my Mouseketeil back, and I finished the ride home. We ended up riding up into Idaho. You know, I was just beat by then. This has just been the longest 2 weeks of my life. It's been a gang of just a lot. It takes a lot out of you. You need to decompress for like days when you get back from these runs. Get back home, decompress. That was the wildest run as a prospect. I'm just hitting you guys with a bunch of random prospect stories. This is the 3rd time's the charm. I thought I was going to make it. I'm big bad know-it-all Breeze. I know everything. I'm beating my chest. I'm going to be a member. Smiling loves me. Hey, and I'm doing what I can. It doesn't work out for me. In the last part that happens now, on my last leg of the fight is I meet the woman I'm with now, my wife, and we end up having a kid. And so, like I said, I have an open case on me. I'm a prospect. I got a kid coming. I'm in a lot of trouble. I got a lot on my plate. I'm a big boy, but I had a lot on my plate. And before I had mental control and stuff, I was kind of a steamroller, dude. So I tried to steamroll my way through And that's not how it works. You got to be able to put your blinders up. I was getting called out on so many things that I always wanted to call out the next person when things happen to them. It just wasn't for me. It's not for anybody, everybody, and anybody. I don't have no regrets. I got no regrets, dude. I did it. You know, anybody that thinks about it or has something to say is like, you would probably never make it 5 years as a prospect if you had any brains. And if you could, go do it. And more power to you to whatever you decide to do. It didn't work for me. I ended up having my son. I was still prospecting. I was doing terrible. It was time to cut her loose. It was time to cut her loose, Dad. Respect to Smiling and respect to Washington Nomads. It didn't work out for me, man. That's a piece of my story. I've been going now for 45 minutes straight with you guys. I decided I wasn't going to make it. I started getting in trouble a lot, and Smiling Rick told me, if you're going to keep acting like this, the best thing you could do is just, turn in your patch to your dad. Next time you act like this, or like, because he saved my neck the week before, and he said, dude, I can't keep doing this for you. Next time you get this far gone and in trouble, you need to just turn your shit in. And unfortunately, that's what happened. And I got in trouble the week later, and I knew that nobody was going to be down to back me up, and I just rolled up my vest and gave it to my dad, and I didn't want to go into church, to get boo-bopped. So I just said, hey, I'll take my chances running into the guys on the streets, man. I don't want to go in there and get smashed on. Nobody does. I don't care what people say. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. My uncle is Todd Robles, legendary Hells Angel from the West Coast, ex-Hells Angel. He's wild. They told him to stop, that he was dressing dirty. And then he needs to clean up the way he dresses, so he came to the next meeting dressed as a clown. And I've always loved him. We're not seeing eye to eye right now. He comes to my house after the fact. We meet on this thing called B4L, Brothers for Life. It's Pee-wee's group. It's ex-Hells Angels, ex-Mongols, ex-Outlaws, ex-everybody's in there. I see Uncle Todd. He comes to visit me. He drinks 24 beatboxes in 24 hours, and he sucker punches me in my kitchen at 8 a.m. while I'm cooking him breakfast. I suplex him. We fight into my room. We're getting each other. My kid comes flying in with a bamboo stick. He comes flying in. He starts whooping on Todd's head with the bamboo stick. Todd has to take his focus off of me and turn towards the kid, and he grabs the bamboo from the kid and he breaks it. And now he's got like two sharp objects he's getting me with, and I take him down again, and I try to grab him away from him, and my hand slips in between the two, and he sees his opportunity. My fingers, and I try to slip it out before he does, and he squeezes him down as hard as he can, and just Chinese finger trapped me, dude. And I started hitting him in the head. It was crazy. It was crazy, dude. So that hurt my fingers. That hurt Todd's head. That's just a funny story I wanted to end it with. We got 10 minutes because I'm going to end this at an hour. So shout out to everybody for watching this, man. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Shout out to Vegas Profile Stories, man, for putting me on YouTube, pushing me to get my own channel, man. You're cool. Shout out to Prestigious_Labs, man, for keeping my mind right and the homies' eyes tight. Shout out to Deathcore for being one of the craziest street brands you could buy. Running like a pack of wolves. So that's a few of my prospect stories. That's a little bit about me. That's a little intro to how this show is going to be. And I'm going to take these last 10 minutes and get into the comments. So I'm going to look through some. Everybody go check out Flames. Trotter, he's been talking about me and VPS all day. Got to give him his little shout out because he's going to say a bunch of weird stuff. And yeah, everybody just told me to shout him out. I said it before you even told me to, so ha. And he loves to talk some mess. Shout out to everybody, man, that came to this channel. This is Rollin Free TV, ROLLIN FREE Rollin Free TV. If you like what you saw here today, you can get at me in the background. My name is Breeze Pirello on Facebook, BREEZE PIRRELLO. And you can send me a donation because there's no nation like donation. And I have Zelle and I have Chime. So get at me at the background and you can send me some of that if you would like. And I would really appreciate it, man, because times are tough and things are hard. We're going to get on here. I'm going to be giving you content. I'm going to have people on. We're going to be coming with the good stories. You're going to get some in the garage time. You're going to get, story time with some of the sponsors. You're going to get ride time. I'm going to mount a camera on my bike and ride it around with y'all and, go to places and just, this show is all about fun, freedom, having a good time, friends. Nothing serious. No trash talking. This ain't a negativity show. This is just story time and good times. So that was it, man. That's it. I'm Breeze. This is Rollin Free TV. That was some of my prospect stories. My way or the highway. They sent my ass right down the highway. I quit every time, like the quitter that I am. I was never thrown out. I quit. I definitely probably don't have a fourth time in me or would be allowed to. Shout out to the Hells Angels. No shit talking on them. Shout out to every club. Shout out to everybody watching. So it's been nice, guys, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching.